Hello! There's the mic.
There's Mike.
Welcome to the Sting of Time, episode 9.
9.
I have an intro usually for this. The podcast / video series, there we go, where I, Leeloo, and you,
Oskar.
watched The Scorpion King 52 times in a row. This is watch number 9, I just said that.
Yeah.
With us we have...
Fredrik.
It's me.
It's him.
I am the guest star.
Yes, it's a me, Fredrik. I don't know. What did you think about the movie, Fredrik?
It's fucking awful. Really bad.
That's a bit harsh.
I don't know. Why did you decide to do this?
Decide to do what?
Watch this movie 52 times.
Someone has to do it.
Yes.
So it might as well be us.
Yes.
Alright.
Did you find anything in particular to be horrible about it?
No. I think it was all awful.
Hmm.
Well, no, that's not true. The guy, the sidekick guy, he was pretty good.
Armpit.
Armpit. You
Armpit.
liked Armpit.
Yeah.
I think that's the first.
Best character, probably.
Well, what did you like about him?
Was he funny?
No. He didn't kill anyone.
Yes, he did.
He killed like 1 million
Yes.
people when they blew up the
He
temple.
also kills the guy.
That's not
Yeah,
kills the
he pushes
guy
the
into
guard
the
into the
ants.
ants. They eat him alive while he screams.
That's the ants killing him.
Guns don't kill
Yeah.
people.
That's true.
Ants kill people.
I had a conversation with Jonathan the other day.
Jonathan.
Or Jonathan in English. And he had found out that we were doing this because of Jimmy, I suppose. And he said, why Scorpion King? That movie, it's not even aggressively bad, it's just not good.
Like Jonathan is a bit of a fan, maybe, of Scorpion King.
No, he doesn't like it.
He's not an aggressive fan.
He hasn't seen it for a long time, but he has seen it. But he questioned.
Like he didn't think Scorpion King was bad enough or something.
Exactly, like it's not a good movie, and it's not a really, really bad movie.
It's just mediocre.
Yeah, I think it's bad. I think it's definitely bad. But I don't know, like if someone's. This is a bad comparison, but I was gonna say if someone said I'm gonna eat shit, I would go, well, that's not a good idea, but at least it's memorable. Might be memorable in a bad way.
Yeah, like it's an event.
But if someone said, I'm just gonna eat pasta from now on,
I understand.
why would you do that?
Yeah, like that. There's no point to that. That's like just like.
Yeah, it just is.
It's not as noteworthy as eating shit.
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
We noticed something very important. Very important.
Revelation.
Yeah, revelationary noticement, which was that we have previously stated that they never say the sorcerer's name
Exactly.
in the movie.
That they only say it
And that
behind the
and
scenes.
and exactly, we had like this fear that the subtitles call her by name because her name is revealed in like some sequels or stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or I guess that was the first theory, that it was a sequel bait. That it was a sequel thing. And then I watched the behind the scenes and they said the name, so we thought, oh no, it can't be that. But Memnon in the sorceress vision, he says
Sorcerers.
yes, sorceress.
Sorcerer.
He says Cassandra, and then he's presumably slices her head.
Yeah, and I feel like we only noticed it because we had subtitles on this time, but we have seen it with these same subtitles before.
Many times.
So it's very interesting that we have missed it so many times
But
already.
I think maybe it's a byproduct of, because you got to remember that vision scene starts out with the most hilarious point in the movie.
We've always been preoccupied with the kid's face.
The kid dying.
Yeah.
The dying kid. So maybe this time the ebb and flow has led us into being cognizant.
It's interesting too, because we were saying about the movie now that we really should try to find some other subtitles for this. These subtitles are so wacky or whatever. So imagine if we had gotten different subtitles and maybe those would not have said Cassandra.
I think they probably would. I think these subtitles are trash, and if you get other subtitles, they will just be the same but less trash. They won't have like poignant Arabian flute music show up every 4th second in the movie.
Yeah, I guess.
I have a suggestion. You should just get different subtitles from a different movie. Maybe when you're 30 viewings in or something.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when you're 30 years old.
Well, that's too.
It's soon for me.
Yeah.
So
you can get, like, for your 30th birthday, your present will be
new subtitles.
For the Scorpion King.
I have very little to say about this movie anymore. I think.
It's still early.
what did you think, Fredrik, about the supposed connection between Scorpion King and the Mummy?
Well, first of all, I thought this was gonna be the Mummy. I didn't realize that. I thought they were gonna cut to the present time or modern time. So
I'm very glad I asked this question.
Yes.
It doesn't seem to have anything to do. I thought it was going to be a prequel, like he gets cursed at the end or something, and becomes the Scorpion.
Well, didn't he kind of get cursed? He got the Scorpion arrow in his leg.
And that has nothing to do with his curse.
And also didn't do anything.
Yeah, it does nothing.
But the Scorpion will be with him forever.
Sure, but that has nothing to do with... You get to see how he's cursed in the Mummy movie. And
Well, I haven't seen the Mummy, so I don't know.
Well, I have seen it. I have actually seen the scene. I have watched the scene.
Me too.
Somewhat recently. Because I figured I'll take a look. I also find it funny that Dwayne's costuming in the Mummy movie, in which he's in for like a total of 2.5 minutes maybe. A bit more if you count CGI Dwayne, but that's not Dwayne. That's a CGI monster. His costuming is like 4 times as good.
In the Mummy.
In the Mummy.
Yeah.
His hair is way better done. The outfit is better in general. I suppose it has a scorpion theme, but I understand why it doesn't have it in this movie.
Isn't that movie also just like 10 times the budget or something?
Maybe. I have no idea what the budget is.
No.
This feels like a low budget movie.
It did do gangbusters though.
That's easier with a lower budget to make a lot of money.
Yeah, but it made like $200 million or something, which is quite a lot in 2002. I mean, a Marvel movie now does like 450, 500, I think. Unless it's like a big... And they did like 4 billion.
Yeah, unless it's a big Marvel.
Yes.
You said you didn't think you were going to have a favorite moment this time around, but that might be because you had some kind of blood sugar rush throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, I tried snacking for the first time.
Yeah.
Or that's not true. I've actually had. I think you can actually.
You had snacks before.
Well, yes, in conjunction with the Scorpion King. That is. I think for one episode, you can actually hear me say that I've been eating banana chips.
Yeah.
Might have been the first one, but that's all. It's a bit like eating cardboard, I think, in like the intake. So, but I ate candy today.
Yeah, actual candy.
Actual candy.
You should get the fire ant themed snacks for next time.
I think the strat is to not snack because it makes it significantly worse. Because it's fun to eat stuff in the beginning, but you're gonna run out of snacks, and that sucks. And then you're gonna crash.
Yeah. I think I was gonna say peaked, but since it was to talk about crashing, it's more like you reverse peaked. By the time with the scene when they're fighting against Memnon, like in the finale or whatever, because you were swinging a bottle and you were mimicking all of the sword fighting in a rather an animated way.
I just figured you were both doing that.
No, I just started doing it because you did it, because I just mimic everything.
You did throw a pillow in my face, though.
But that was an unrelated incident.
Yes.
That was. I don't want to talk about that.
I figured by the 20th time or so you watch this movie, you'll just be reenacting the scenes. You can play it on mute and like say the dialogue.
We said half the dialogue.
We're already saying the dialogue. We don't need to mute it.
We even said, I think we said half the dialogue 3 times.
Yeah, because
so we did like, more dialogue.
And it wasn't even like a matter of, oh, damn, we mistimed the dialogue. I say it because we just say it again because we want to.
Yes.
We start saying it earlier, so we have more times to say it before the actual dialogue appears in the movie.
Yeah, I think I said, where is the horse thief? Maybe 8 times.
I didn't realize what you were doing at first. I thought you were just like saying
just
things.
Having a normal conversation.
But then every time you said the dialogue and then they say it in the movie 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, and then you just keep doing it for the entire movie. I think I'm glad I won't have to be here for all of these.
That's something every guest has said so far.
Yes.
Because I think I would have to watch you go insane.
You can still do that because this is uploaded to the internet.
But you don't get to see the watch. Because
that's true.
I think as much as I think these conversations are going to get more and more unhinged.
Yeah.
I think they will pale in comparison to watching the movie.
You should really just record yourself watching the movie.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
At least once.
At least once.
The last time.
I wonder if next watch, this is a bit of a sneak peek, if we might maybe we'll live stream the podcast and we'll do maybe a bit longer episode and we'll play some of the PS2 game.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that.
The Rise of the Acadians.
I'm very interested in seeing that. Extremely interested.
Yeah, so it'll be something else.
That'll be something else.
Yes.
That's not this.
Do you have anything?
Any comments?
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
This movie is very bland. Like it's like an episode. I think you even said this.
Young Hercules.
Yeah, it's like an episode of a TV series that got misaligned budget or something. So they just blew it up into a movie.
Yeah, we've said before that we feel like this movie is like 3 different movies or something, and that the opening part, with the not Vikings and stuff, feels like it's part of that's some kind of Van Helsing 2004 style Universal Studios movie where it's just quip, big fire explosion, title card. Whoa! But then it turns into like, and then we made this movie in a like kind of different style. No butt rock, no that sort of thing.
Exactly. The butt rock, it peaks at the camel bow scene. I think it doesn't really come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that too. Like, it's funny how the butt rock just stops here in the middle of the scene and never returns.
Yeah. Similarly to a Young Hercules episode, Dwayne doesn't have an arc in this movie.
No, we're talking
not at all.
There's no arc. There's no like his brother gets killed, and that's like his motivation to take revenge on Memnon. But there's no like lesson or like character development for Matthias. Is the same Matthias at the start, at the middle, at the end of the movie. there is no character.
Fix that in the rewrite.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you feeling after this?
Yes.
What's your emotional state?
I am very neutral. My pulse did not increase during this movie, and I have learned nothing.
Yeah, I felt like you might have been a bit zoned out, was it because we kept asking you questions like, "What do you think about this? Well, are you ready for this thing?" And you mostly like ignored us.
Ignored it.
Yeah. So
You did miss maybe 35 seconds of the movie in total because you went and got a sandwich and maybe you sort of lost your emotional connection to the movie.
Yeah. I think I lost a lot during those.
We watched this
35
movie
seconds.
interpolated.
Oh
good
yeah,
point. Extremely good
so
point.
you could actually, technically, you could say that you watched it twice.
Yeah, we watched more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen more movie.
Twice the frames, so you kind of watched two movies at the same time.
This is also the biggest screen we have watched the movie on. They can't see it, but we have a big TV, not a computer screen or another computer screen, but a TV.
Okay, so you're feeling very neutral, like those Futurama neutral people. I feel no way about this movie.
That's correct.
But what was your favorite part?
My favorite part, when they're chasing him inside the cave.
Yeah, you
and
really
the guard steps in quicksand just instantly in like 1 second into the ground, and a second guard sees that and just stares at it and goes, and then he takes 1 step forward, just even faster.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
That's a good part.
I believe that was my first favorite part of this movie as well.
Yeah. It's
pretty great.
It was worth watching the movie. I don't know if I've seen this movie before at all. I didn't really recognize it.
I feel like it's a movie no one has seen.
No, everybody knows about it, but nobody's actually seen it. Like, it is kind of like, oh, dude, you know about Scorpion King? It's like the worst movie ever.
It is pretty funny to imagine that, because we say sometimes, oh, we're gonna have the world, probably already have the world record in seeing this movie, but we're definitely gonna have it when we see it 52 times. But maybe seeing it once is enough because no one has seen it. So we could have seen it once.
I can agree.
Are you insinuating that we are wasting our time?
No.
I can agree that seeing it one time is enough.
Okay, ask me what my favorite part was.
I'll ask you what your emotional state is first.
Oh, okay. My emotional state is I'm feeling eager and excited to tell you what my favorite part is.
What's your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie is when Dwayne swings into Memnon's throne room on the weird drape thing, and they have the conversation where Memnon says those lines.
Those iconic lines.
Yeah, where he says, "The assassin and the sorceress. How romantic. I'll bury you both together." Because I've...
Say it for real.
Okay. The assassin and the sorceress. How romantic. I'll bury you both together.
There we go.
Because I think I have mimicked that line. Not every single watch, because I didn't know the lines the first watch, but every following watch I think I have said, mimed those lines back when it says them. And you said this watch, is this like your favorite line or something? And I realized, yes. Yes, it is. That is my favorite lines in the movie. It's also my favorite part. It feels like suddenly this
feels like home.
Yeah, suddenly this feels like some sort of like Errol Flynn / sword and sorcery / like kind of bombastic movie, like, yeah, you have found me in my lair, hero, but to no avail. Like it becomes something completely different energy. The kind of stuff
there
I
are
like.
A few scenes in the movie,
and then it's gone. Like that.
There are a few scenes where it's like, this sounds or feels like a Conan sequel or something that could have been good, but there's like 3 scenes in the movie.
Conan the Destroyer sequel, maybe.
Yeah, sure. But it's like a fantasy movie from the 80s made in 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
For a little while.
entire sequence, I think, is easily the most sword and sorcery, because it's very Conan of him to climb up the side of the...
No, like climb the evil wizard's cigarette and infiltrate.
Cigarette.
Exactly. No, it's cool. I like it. It takes me somewhere else for a moment, and then I'm back in the Scorpion King.
Then you're back in the everlasting Scorpion King.
Yes.
Watch your Rama.
How's your emotion state?
I think I'm quite neutral myself.
Would you say you're chaotic neutral?
No. Probably some sort of grey neutral.
True neutral.
Boring neutral.
Yes. At the beginning of this watch, it felt like I hadn't seen the movie for quite some time. It has been 8 days because we watched it.
That is
early.
a long time to go without.
But
it has been 8 days one other time.
Yes, so...
But it still felt longer.
Well, I think it might be longer.
Mm.
Depends on when we started watching it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we watched it midday with Jimmy, and we started sort of late today, so...
Yes, that's a very
might
good
be
point.
the longest. But then maybe once we got to the ant hill scene, and my candy bag had dried up, it quickly became very familiar when I had to focus on watching the
veil dispersed.
But I still think I'm fine, I guess. I feel like I can keep doing it. And that's a good feeling, I suppose. You have to keep doing it.
Anticipation for the next time.
Have you ever had not that feeling? Like you've had the feeling that I can't keep doing this. I have to somehow break to Oskar that we're not going to do this
anymore. When we watched it at my place, that was bad. It wasn't funny or anything.
A stark statement.
Yes.
Many more bad times ahead, I think.
That's our motto.
Yes. And my favorite part of the movie... I'm trying to remember if I enjoyed any part of it this time around. I think I laughed with you with the sand guys.
Maybe you could say, because that's kind of around that time, but maybe your favorite part was when we put on the interpolation.
But I don't think that's a part of the movie. I don't think that counts.
Well, it's a part of the watch, so I mean...
Yeah, sure. But, I don't know, I think my favorite part of the watch is... my favorite part of the movie this time around was definitely singing along to I Stand Alone.
Yeah, the credits.
The credits.
Because I do this every time, basically.
Every time.
But this time, I felt like it matched my bodily energy.
You were doing it. It was like watching, American Idol or something.
Yeah, I was really into it.
Exactly.
So I think that's my favorite part, and I think that's technically part of the movie. It's not part of the runtime, but it's.
I'd say anything that's part of the watch.
But that's I think you're squeezing the definition here.
Well, so maybe I.
You have to do something.
Yes.
Gotta squeeze something. I don't know. Do we have anything to add?
I just want to say that I watched this movie normally just now. Like, I just watched the movie while you have seen this 8 times before or something like that.
Yes. This
yes.
I can't imagine what it's like just having to see this and knowing every scene, like every second of every scene by heart. It sounds like it sucks a lot.
I thought about this when they emerge from the bathtub, or well, the slip and slide, and in the fountain.
Oh yeah.
A scene you probably
that memorable
yes,
scene.
that memorable scene.
Yeah.
We didn't point out to Fredrik the plug.
Yeah, but
Conundrum, but
I can only do that
Yeah.
so many times. But it struck me when I said, "Oh, I hate the hair application on this scene." that I'm probably too deep into it.
Yep, it's possible.
It's like
The wig is completely
Yeah.
out of place here.
dude, it's the continuity is so.
I also, when you mentioned something about the focus shift in the camera in one of the later scenes,
You gotta put it like that.
and I was like, "What? What are you looking at?"
Jesse, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I had no idea. You're like, did you notice that these two frames, like they pulled focus on the camera, but it's a digital effect
Dude,
in
look
there
at the
too.
focus. What's
I
going
couldn't
on?
see
Pause
anything.
it.
Yeah, but I think that was interpolation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
maybe it was.
that maybe wasn't. Maybe the thing that made me realize that something was weird was that it was something new. It
Yeah.
wasn't my Scorpion King.
Exactly, you knew it so well. Well, next time you watch it, you can go wait for that scene
Frame by frame.
and just look if you can see any interpolation,
Okay.
interference.
Just watch the
In
entire
that.
movie frame by frame.
Yeah, I think we can end it there.
Yeah.
This is the last time I am without the glasses. So next time will be a full glassed up.
That'll be quite something.
Yeah.
That'll be. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some fucked up energy to the next watch. And with that, we'll catch you guys for watching number 10. 10